This one here is a duct, is a tube duct. So you can see the curve maybe like this. Then you got this. Yeah, so a lot of students say, how do I control this? What kind of standard we have? And also what's the angle, whatever. Okay, so this is 90 degree. So between here and here is a 90 degree angle. This one is 90 degree. All right. So how far they can raise and how far they can reach. So that's pretty cool. So let's start to do the AutoCAD. I set up 470 as the size, the tube size. So if I draw this 470, so that's the size. So that's from the bottom view. Now, if I want to draw 470 and I reach maybe 300 and 300 and 470. Again, I use this one is a star and direction. So use the arc, star and direction. Okay. So second one, direction. Many people say it's perfect. There's no problem at all. So what I do is just select it and delete it. Okay, so now I'm gonna to, if I make another drawings, 470 and 600, and then 600 and 470. There's a problem coming up. If I do this, I'm going to create another curve. So this one there, and this one there. They look different because how high you raise and how deep you want to go. So they're different. You can draw as many as you can. But what is the standard? Some of the exercises I can show you, but they standardize to let you to draw, and also they don't tell you how much distance you need to do it. So I'm going to show you the standard now. So if you're doing this, you always do 470. So that's the diameter. Then you use a circle. So I don't want to use the diameter, I use the radius. So I'm from center to the end. So that's 470. The second one, so this time I draw from the side and to the center. And then making another one. So from the side to the center. So I need 3. I'm going to draw this to there. Or I can extend it. All I need to do now is going to the last one. I have to go into here to there. And then I use this one all the way up. It looks a little bit messy. So 3 circles cross over from the center point to the edge with the diameter, the last one from the last circle and to the end, to the beginning. I trim everything out. I want to trim everything. I want to trim more and more. That will be the standard one. Here I want to check the dimension. So from here to here is 470 because I drew it. But this one here writes up a lot. I didn't draw. So let's check in these. So 470. 470 exactly, and 90 degrees. So going back to the drawing here, we're going to dividing by 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts. So 3 lines in between, 1, 2, and 3. We can develop as many as we can. So in this case here, I'm going to do as the drawing. I prepare this 90 degrees divided by 4 is 22.5. If I want to do the first one, I'm going to touch a little bit here to find the center point. Then I turn off this and go into here. So this one here, the curve is 115 already. All right, so calculator here. If I do 22.5 plus 90, 112.5. So going across over, tap, and find the degree. 112.5, enter again. So that's the first one. So the second one will be plus another 22.5. 135. Here, tap, 135. Okay, number 3, that is plus 22.5. 157.5. Tap, 157.5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Dividing to 4 parts evenly. I say evenly because they all, the distance between point to point, they're all the same. Let's check. So from here to there is 27508. Here to here, 27508. I want to trim this one, and now this one. Match our drawings. So 4 parts. We almost finished this. If you want the thickness or whatever, you can do offsets to bring it down or leave it out to the thickness of the material. Or you use the joiner to making the plate as a joiner to join them together. If I making one pass here, how do you can develop the patterns, how the pattern looks like. And then going back to the step 4, you should have the skills to making these. I want to do the first parts. I just want to make a copy and cross over. I'm going to use the line, just point to point. Keep going. If I take off the curve, delete it, it looks like this. Very close to this image. Now, move this one away. So they're all the same. 4 parts, exactly the same. Point to point, they're all the same, and that distance will be the same. Tools to check is the area. So if I check this area and enter, this is 84534. If I could do it again from here. Enter 84534. Exactly the same. This is not a straight line. If I draw a straight line there, that's 90 degree. And that's not 90 degree. And also that's not the 90 degree. We will always draw a line there or here to make sure it is 90 degree between there and there. So measure these two. .1125. So that means if I want to tuning up 11.25, they will be striped. This one and this one. So what I want to do is select objects, rotate this one, and I type in 11.25. It is straight now. So I'll land here. So on. If you're checking this is 90 degree. So leave this line here. So now what I'm going to do is draw a circle. So now I can be able to draw a full size of circle. And I trim them. Only the bottom one I need. So that's the middle point. Draw all the way down to there. Alright, so that's the end line. I want to develop in 6 pieces. So that means the full circle, 12 pieces. So all I need to do is drawing 3 circles. So from the edge to the middle, from the edge to the middle, and from here to there. Okay, so already I developed to 6 pieces. So it is quite hard to see it, but if I tell you from this point to this point, it's the same as this point to this point, and this point to this point. They're all the same for 6 pieces. So I measure from here to there, 119.31. 119.31. So now I want to trim all the one I don't need it. So make a little bit clear, so easy for us to make some drawings. Just not the two. These two. Just delete it. First point, second point. So what I want to do is get every point to lift up. I make a little bit longer. Highlight these, just make a copy, and the end point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 6 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 parts. So now we got the full version of this. All right, so now I need to work out the parameter of this circle. Parameter, how do you work out? Is 2 pi r. So r is the radius. Diameter is 2 pi d dividing by 2. So 2 times 2, 3.14. And times 2, d is 470. And dividing by 2. So that's the parameter. So I'm going to divide it by 12. So 122.98. What I'm going to do is draw a line there to there. Remember the total length, the total parameter is 1475.8. So that's the one. Okay, so now I want to develop the lines, cross lines here. So by develop there, all I need to do is that's the highest one. So I just use that to make a line, and then I can move this point to the end point. So now the second one, I want to develop this evenly in 12 sections. So already we done the calculation. So all I need to do is copy and bring this one to this way 122.198.3333. So I highlight this one, copy, and I select the first one and cross ones. I do all the way. I think this is close enough. Okay, so now I use a line to draw from there to here. I don't want to making stop and make another one. So what I need to do is going to here, to click on there, and going to the top, and here. You need to go closer so you don't miss the point. Sometimes it is very difficult to you see that, and this point very close. So you have to get to very closer and making these points. And the last one. I want to open this side. So that means this is on the end. So I already prepared some numbers. So if I highlight this one and move to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Already I prepared the number. So if I want to move, I move to here. Okay, the middle one is a 1. So the middle one is a 1. Because I want to open from there. You can turn it around, doesn't really matter. So 1, I just want to move from the middle point to the middle point there. What I'm going to do from number 2 all the way up, I use the copy because you got 2. Every single number you got 2. I should use copy function. So copy. I go close over to you got 2. Okay, escape 3. Copy. 4. Copy. 5. 6. 7 is a tricky one. Down the bottom, you got nothing. So when you click on there, copy, you copy from the end. Nothing down the bottom. Or the Y one. It looks better now, much better. So you can almost see the pattern. Also, you can take off this one if you want. And now what I'm going to do is use the polyline to join them together. To join them together, just be careful. Sometimes you maybe just miss that. You see that? If you click and far away, you won't see it. So the best way to do it is you get a little square there, the green square there, going closer. Never miss the point. That's the last one. I'm just going down to there, down the bottom. See, what I'm doing is I always see the little square one, and then I click on. Almost done. Going back to there and finish. All right, so that will be the pattern for one. If you're making 1, 2, 3, 4, and you cut them and join them together, that will be a duct. There's another question to ask: how heavy it is. The volume is the area times the height. Height is the thickness. The area you need to work out is the measure. Measure there. Again, you do this one again. So point to point. Don't rush. I'm back to this point, and then I enter. So the total area is 270,639.44. The area is important. This is millimeter. You need to convert it to meter. 270,639.44. So times, for example, the thickness is 6 mil, and enter. It gives you 1623836.64. So this will be the volume. And then you find the density, use the density to work out the weight. Density you can search from the density chart. Different material have different density. Please don't forget the units. If the density in millimeter and the cc, you should be able to find from these results. Otherwise, if in meter and kilogram, you're going to use different one or liter. Thank you.